It is absolutely freezing out today. We've got quite a lot of ice on the ground. It's about -3 degrees centigrade, and some snow about as well that's frozen from the other day as well, which is making it really cold and icy today. But these are my favourite sort of days that you get here in the winter in the UK. A lot of the time here it's just raining and miserable, but when it's gorgeous and sunny like this and it's cold and frosty, it just makes for an absolutely beautiful start to the day. It's not very often that we get to fly in nice weather like this, where it's cold and sunny in the UK. Normally when it's quite cold it's quite miserable and foggy and cloudy at the same time, so the actual having the chance to go up and do some cold weather flying on a nice day like this is pretty decent, although there is some cloud about that we're going to have to watch out for icing conditions and stuff. Good morning, Golf Alpha Lima Bravo, request radio check and airfield information, 2PRB local flight.
Golf Alpha Lima Bravo, Gamson Radio, good morning, readability 5, runway 21, right hand circuit, QNH 1002.
21 right hand circuit, QNH 1002, Golf Alpha Lima Bravo.
Today we're heading to Humberside to have a go at an NDB hold and approach. To do these sorts of approaches for training you have to call and book a slot in advance. My instructor had been trying unsuccessfully for a few days but finally managed to get us a slot. The next challenge was getting airborne in time to make our slot, though Gamston was really busy today. There's no parallel taxiway here and all departures require a backtrack, meaning that you have to wait for a big enough gap to be able to backtrack and line up.
Golf Lima Bravo is holding a Bravo entry and backtracking runway 21.
Golf Lima Bravo, roger, one aircraft turning 5.
I'll wait for him. Golf Lima Bravo will hold here at Bravo then.
Roger, Golf Lima Bravo, sign off 21. Service wind 250 degrees, 10 up. Golf Lima Romeo, it's downwind 21. November Romeo, roger.
I'm just over there, just so you're aware, that's all.
Yeah. We've got time to go, do you reckon?
That's Echo Oscar, I think.
We'll wait for him, he's turning onto base now, isn't he? Let's wait for him. Might give it a bit more chance to warm up.
Yeah.
Still got sort of 15 minutes or so.
It'll be right, yeah. Well, I say if you talk to them as soon as you can, at least they know you're on frequency, they know, they can...
Yeah.
They can organise themselves then.
After departure then I'll just initially we'll just climb straight ahead just to we'll just turn onto track.
Well, if you as soon as you take off and you're happy, then do a left hand turn out towards the Trent and then up northbound.
Yeah, we've just got to watch out for thinking out with a parachute in place.
Yeah, so Humberside, yeah. So as you track up essentially up the Trent.
Yeah.
Talk to Humberside and then.
2-1 to go. November, we're at the surface wind 250 degrees, 07 knots.
Oh, bloody hell,
that's another one.
2-1, touch and go.
Golf Echo Oscar, roger.
Can't see him now, there he is. Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's just about to turn final, so.
There's another one over there as well.
Yeah, by the time he's gone past us there, I think.
Golf Echo Oscar, final. Hello. At the surface wind 250 degrees, 08 knots.
We're just going to have to go for it, aren't we?
I think, yeah.
Golf Lima Bravo entry and backtracking runway 21.
Golf Lima Bravo, roger.
The ice is melted over everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. Just be careful as you turn though, just in case it's a little bit icy.
Yeah. Golf Lima Bravo taking off from me 21.
Roger, service wind 260 degrees, 07 knots.
Right, ready?
Yeah,
let's go.
Golf November Romeo, downwind 21 will extend for a flapper spread.
Okay.
Golf November Romeo, roger.
Speed's increasing, T's and P's in the green.
Correction, Golf Yankee Tango, holding Bravo, ready for departure. Golf Yankee Tango, roger, one aircraft turning short fine. Golf Victor X-ray, final for 2-1. Surface wind 250 degrees, 08 knots.
Golf Lima Bravo leaving the zone to the south, changing to Humberside 119.130.
Lima Bravo, roger, break, Golf Echo Oscar, could you park on the grass please, John's asked.
So finally airborne then, and it's time to start a left turn towards the Humberside area.
7046 Golf India Bravo.
Okay, I have control of them then.
Your control, thank you. Ouch.
Okay.
Okay, you have control.
My control. What altitude do you want me at for this?
Okay,
we'll
we'll
start
go.
at 27, yeah?
Well, go 2.5 to start with, and then
Okay.
yeah, just watch your heading nose so we don't go into the Doncaster airspace.
Yeah. Humberside approach, good morning, Golf Alpha Lima Bravo.
Yeah, you got traffic service, I think.
Golf Alpha Lima Bravo, Humberside, good morning, pass your message.
Yeah, Golf Alpha Lima Bravo, PA28 from Gamston. Requesting traffic service, we're heading up to you for NDB hold and NDB approach.
Golf Lima Bravo, squawk 4257.
Squawk 4257, Golf Lima Bravo. I wasn't particularly proud of that sloppy call to ATC. I'd spent so much time prepping for the approach and not really thought about my calls to air traffic. A learning curve for sure.
Golf Lima Bravo, you are identified just east of Gamston, and it'll be a reduced traffic service for the next 10 miles or so, as you're right at the base of radar cover, so I may not see traffic from below. And if you route to the Kilo India Mike, maintain 3,000 feet, Mike QNH 1001.
Okay, reduced traffic service routing to the Kilo India Mike at below 3,000 feet, QNH 1001, Golf Lima Bravo. I'd also misheard the call here to maintain 3,000 feet and replied with below 3,000 feet, which would come to light a little bit later.
Yeah, he did give you 3,000 feet, didn't he?
Yeah. It's below 3,000, wasn't it? Golf Lima Bravo, can you just confirm you want us at 3,000 or below 3,000?
Golf Lima Bravo, at 3,000 please, on the QNH 1001.
3,000 feet, QNH 1001, thank you, Golf Lima Bravo.
Look.
And Curtin Lindsay and Hibblestow, well, Hibblestow is closed, nothing seen at Curtin Lindsay.
Roger, thanks, Golf Lima Bravo. It's worth asking them.
Yeah, I thought you said 3,000 feet.
The first plan today then was to do a holding pattern using the NDB at Humberside before doing the NDB approach into runway 20. An NDB or non-directional beacon is a type of navigational beacon that's commonplace in the UK. It's a non-precision beacon, meaning it will only give you a general idea of where it is, and it's pretty old technology these days. They work in conjunction with an ADF or automatic direction finder installed in the aircraft. This instrument essentially just points to the beacon, which seems simple enough, but once you introduce wind into the equation you could end up drifting around the beacon as the wind blows you off track, always pointing towards it but never quite getting there. NDBs run on the AM band, and you can even use the receiver to tune into medium wave radio stations, a pastime of many a board pilot on a long trip, at least in the days before Spotify on your phone. Even with its limitations, there's loads of them in the UK, and many smaller airfields have them to help in navigation. So what join do you want me to do here then? Do you want me to do a teardrop join or...?
Your decision.
Okay. I prefer I prefer a teardrop join. But
yeah.
Joining a holding pattern depends largely on the direction you're coming from. A teardrop join takes you over the beacon at a 45-degree angle to join the hold and loop back around.
I mean, your approach to it really dictates which join you're going to do, isn't it? So
Yeah. Well, we could do a parallel join.
Off the radar, Golf November, coasting in, X-ray copied 1001.
I tuned into the DME beacon at Humberside, which is needed by this approach. The DME is another beacon that's part of the ILS and gives you the distance from the beacon.
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, okay, good.
So on.
At least they're not doing this in cloud this morning. I was a bit concerned that it was going to be cloud cover and the icing level and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Uniform squawking 4275,
How far the steam's coming from that plant down there?
Yeah, I know.
Golf Uniform is identified, basic service, and the Barnsley pressure setting is 9R6.
I'll just talk to Humberside a minute, just to make sure they understand exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
Humberside Golf Lima Bravo.
Lima Bravo, go.
Yes, just to confirm, we'd like to do 2 holds and then proceed to your NDB for this approach.
Roger, is that one entry procedure plus 1 hold, or that just twice round the system?
Entry and then 1 hold after that, and then the NDB approach.
Roger, report established in the hold.
Wilco Golf Lima Bravo, thanks. Okay, so what entry are you going to do?
So we're going to head, once we hit we're going to do a teardrop join, so once we hit the NDB, 045 or so for 1 minute, and then we'll loop around to take up the hold.
Yeah, no, that's good. Okay, so as soon as you hit the beacon, you can call taking up the hold.
Yeah. Golf Lima Bravo taking up the hold, 3,000 feet.
Golf Lima Bravo.
Taking up a hold involves a lot of timing and cross-referencing instruments. They generally involve 1 minute legs with time added or subtracted according to the wind, and then rate 1 turns at either end. The leg with the beacon on uses the beacon to aim for before you then make a rate 1 turn to the reciprocal heading, which you keep for another minute before turning again back to the beacon.
Just watch your height.
Oh yeah, sorry, thank you.
Right. Only because you've got an aircraft transit in that, so I just...
Humberside radar, Golf Oscar Kilo, just turned at stump up.
Golf Oscar Kilo, roger. And if you could also climb to altitude 3,000 feet, Mike, QNH 1001.
3,000 feet and 1001, Oscar Kilo.
Golf Lima Bravo, descend altitude 2,000 feet.
Descend altitude 2,000 feet, Golf Lima Bravo. And this is where holds get even more interesting, as you're now not only focusing on maintaining headings, bank angles, beacon trackings and timings, but now you're adding in instructions from air traffic control at the same time.
Golf Oscar Kilo, you are clear into my overhead then towards the Humber Bridge, maintaining 3,000 feet. There will be traffic in the hold below you at 2,000.
Cleared into the overhead, maintain 3,000 and then on to Humber Bridge, Oscar Kilo.
I always wondered why airline pilots sounded so serious on the radio compared to usually cheerful GA pilots, but after flying a few instrument approaches, I now have a full understanding of just how the workload starts to make you talk differently. Just listen to my readback of the approach clearance.
Golf Lima Bravo, next time at the Kilo India Mike, you are clear for the NDB approach to runway 20, report the beacon outbound, maintain 2,000 feet till advised.
Head for the NDB, runway 20 after the next pass over the Kilo India Mike at 2,000 feet, Golf Lima Bravo.
Golf Lima Bravo, there is traffic north of you by 5 miles southbound, above you at 3,000.
Looking at the traffic, Golf Lima Bravo.
Okay, so happy?
Okay. Yeah, so to the Kilo India Mike, and then we're going to head out on this heading of 034.
Roger, is that the one in your 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock?
That's one in my 2 o'clock, Golf Oscar.
Roger, what sort of level?
Oh, it's about 360 feet above, Golf Oscar.
Roger.
The NDB approach at Humberside has you flying away from the beacon on a track of 034 while descending to 2,000 feet. Once we get to 8 miles from the DME at Humberside, you start a rate 1 left turn onto a track of 203, starting a 500 feet per minute descent at 5.9 miles to a minimum altitude of 460 feet, by which point you should have the runway in sight. If you do, you can land, but if not, then you go around and climb back into the hold. For the restricted instrument rating though that I'm doing, those minimums are higher. It has an absolute minimum of 500 feet on a precision approach or 600 feet for a non-precision approach like this, even if the procedure allows for a lower minimum. Today we're not landing at Humberside, so once we get to the minimums of 600 feet we'll go around, but I'm giving it an extra margin of 50 feet to ensure that we don't drop below minimums. Okay, so after this pass over the NDB we're going to turn left head in 034. Maintaining 2,000 feet.
Humberside doesn't look very busy on the ground.
It's not busy at the best of times, is it?
No.
Right.
Golf Lima Bravo, your intentions off the approach?
Okay. Yeah, off the approach. So we'd like to miss the approach and then westbound and then tracking down towards Gamston at 3,000 feet if possible.
Roger, is that back through the beacon again?
Negative, just a missed approach off this one and just would then track out westbound back to Gamston at 3,000 feet.
Roger. Bravo. After you go around, it will be on navigation as required, climbing altitude 3,000 feet.
After missed approach, navigation, climbing 3,000 feet, Golf Lima Bravo.
Golf Lima Bravo, descend with the procedure, report the inbound turn complete, final approach track established, and the QNH remains 1001.
Descend with the procedure, report established on QNH 1001, Golf Lima Bravo.
Golf Yankee Tango, are you aware if Linton or Leaning Lars are open?
We turn left.
Neither, unfortunately.
203.
Roger, in that case, just some updated routing information for you. We'll be heading up to North York Moors just to the west of Filingdale, and then return to Gampton via York and the Doncaster overhead.
That will be only 4.6 miles. It's 8 on the other side of that river, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, it's a long way out, isn't it?
Yeah, but it seems that that's not 4 miles away, is it?
Well,
That must be.
yeah.
I'm not very good at judging sort of distance from this height.
Yeah, it's surprising really, but it is. Yeah,
Mind you, we're at 5 now, so we've done a mile already.
Yeah, another mile at the other side of the river, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, coming up to 7 miles already, you see.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll easily be at 8 by the time we get to the other side, won't we?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. 8 miles, so start the turn. Just over the bank, that's there we go. Okay, so turning to 203, maintaining 2000 now until 5.9 DME. Okay, brakes are off, undercarriage is attached, mixture is rich, fuel is on, left hand tank sufficient for go around, instruments all set, carb heat on, hatches and harnesses all secure.
Yeah, left time secure.
Thank you. I'll leave the carb heat on, we'll stick landing light on as well, once we're actually on final approach.
Golf Mike Hotel's overhead Louth, routing Horncastle.
Just call base turn complete.
Golf Lima Bravo, base turn complete.
Golf Lima Bravo, to descend with the procedure, and the QNH remains 1001.
Descend with the procedure, QNH 1001, Golf Lima Bravo. By its very nature, an NDB approach is a non-precision approach. Unlike an ILS, this approach doesn't guide you down to the runway, it usually just brings you out below the cloud in roughly the right place to find the approach, allowing you to get down safely. This is fine in a small plane like a PA-28, but not much use for something like a 757. You don't want to be manoeuvring a 757 around a circuit at 700 feet. Yeah, 5.9 down to 14.
Decision height?
Our decision height will be 600 feet, and our call go around at 650.
Okay. Just confirm we're doing a QNH approach, yeah?
That's on a QNH approach,
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
1400 by 4. And then about 1.5 we should be down to. Decision height.
Golf Lima Bravo is cleared, low approach, go around runway 20, the wind is 230, less than 5 knots.
Cleared low approach and go around runway 20, Golf Lima Bravo. Okay, 800.
Humberside radar, good morning. It's Golf Alpha Zulu Hotel Charlie, basic service, negative transponder.
Going around.
Golf Alpha Zulu Hotel Charlie, Humberside, pass your message. Golf Alpha Zulu Hotel Charlie is Jodell 112, routing from Breeton to the Humber Bridge, back to Breeton, navigation exercise. Currently at 2,300 feet on level QFE 1000, 5 miles to the west of Transport, requesting a basic service outside. Golf Hotel Charlie, roger, basic service, the Barnsley pressure setting is 907. Basic service, Barnsley 907, Golf Hotel Charlie.
Golf Lima Bravo is going around.
Golf Lima Bravo.
You can't see much with the camera angle, but remember that I couldn't see a thing on this approach with the hood on, but we went around climbing right over the runway at Humberside. If I hadn't had the hood on, I would have easily been able to land off this approach, which really is the point of the NDB approach.
Roger, and just confirm, if you just passed Trent Falls and about 5 west of the bridge?
When you're ready then, if you take initially, you take a heading about
Golf,
260.
260.
Mike Hotel, go.
Do you know if Waddington Zone is active?
Oh, he'll be off by the time we get there. Yeah, he's off. There we go.
So here we are then, back at Gamston after my first NDB approach. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, I'm not an instructor and I'm still on a learning curve myself, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.